ladies, welcome to yoga. Today we'll be doing a Tridoshic flow that will incorporate different yoga asanas and pranayama to help relieve and pacify the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So with the Vata, we want to keep our practice nice and low and slow and grounding. With our Pitta practice, we want to make sure that we're doing both even elements of cooling and heating. So basically, if we do a heating practice or something to warm ourselves up, following that with a cooling or a resting. And with our Kapha, we are going to keep moving the entire practice. So let's go ahead and get started. We will begin with some pranayama. So I'm going to actually have you stand up for this one. We'll be doing alternate nostril, but sun breath. So let's take a cleansing breath, inhale and exhale. We're going to cover up that right nostril. Inhale, the left arm is going to lift up towards the sky. And then we're going to cover that left nostril and then exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Covering that right nostril, left arm lifts, and exhale through the left. Keep that going. Inhale left. Cover that left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale nice and smoothly, right arm lifts up. And exhaling left. Let's go ahead and do 2 more rounds. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Cover that right nostril, exhale left. Last breath. Inhale left. Cover that left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale right. And then exhale through the left. And then taking a moment, go ahead and step to the top of your mat, taking a full breath in. And then out through the mouth. Looking at those toes, go ahead and step about feet, hips distance apart. Pick up the toes, lower them down. Pick up the heels, lower them down. Squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes. We'll reach the arms up for Surya Namaskar as we reach those hands up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, leading with the heart folding all the way forward. Let's just move nice and slowly through this first round. Inhale, that back is going to come up halfway. Bring the arms by your side. Squeeze the core. Bring the elbows by your side. And then exhaling, falling all the way back down towards the earth. Take a moment here in your fold. You can shake out the head, shake out the shoulders, maybe grab each elbow, sway side to side. Really allow the body to decompress here. Let that lower back have a chance to reset. Maybe even bend the knees generously and straighten them. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, dropping the knees and bringing them up. We'll go ahead and step that right foot back behind us. We'll drop that knee down, release the toe. Coming into a crescent lunge, you may need to kind of work that left foot forward so that that heel is in line with that knee. Squeezing the hips. Go ahead and lift those arms up above your head, coming into a crescent lunge. Gazing up towards the fingertips. We want to take 3 deep breaths here. So staying balanced here. We're going to kind of shift and move, really using our dhanurana and our point of focus to tune back into our breath. Slowly lowering the hands down, framing the foot. We'll go ahead and lift that knee, that right knee off the mat, tuck that toe, step on back into a plank pose. Here we're going to incorporate the double breath. It's going to be 2 inhales through the nose and 2 exhales out through the mouth. So it's going to be like this. Go ahead and join me. Inhale. Drop to the knees. Roll those elbows so they face towards the toes. And just like a little elevator, lower the body down towards the mat. Release the toes, roll the shoulders back, and just like a little tiny baby cobra as you curl that back up towards the ceiling, keeping the elbows nice and tucked together. Taking 3 breaths here, inhaling, exhaling, maybe pushing up a little higher, inhale, exhale, and then one last full breath, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and drop that forehead down towards the mat, tucking the toes, pressing into the hands. We're going to push all the way back into our first downward facing dog, inverted V shape. So it should be an upside down triangle. Well, actually, it's not upside down. It's regular. But keep pressing those hands down onto the mat, lengthen through the forearms, wrap those elbows around towards the ears, and just pedal the feet. So you can bend one knee, bend the other, maybe even lift up onto those tippy toes and roll yourself all the way back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lifting up onto those tippy toes, high, high, high. And exhaling, rolling all the way back down. One last time, inhale, lifting up as high as you can, and exhale, rolling those heels down towards the mat. Gazing at the hands, we'll walk the feet towards the hands. Hands come towards the feet. Bending the knees generously, halfway lift. Bring the arms by your side, squeeze the shoulders, draw the belly button in. And then exhaling, folding all the way back down. Shake out the head. Pressing into the feet, we'll slowly lift our body up towards the sky, coming up nice and slowly, mindfully, reaching those arms up. Hands together, and just bringing that energy down into the heart center. Releasing your hands by your side. 3 or 4 breaths here, just feeling the body after our first round of Surya Namaskar, feeling the heart rate lift. And then just enjoying the pause between the movements. And this left side, we'll lift the arms up above the head. This time give ourselves a nice big back bend. Exhaling, folding all the way down back towards the mat. Shake out the head. Press into the feet, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it all the way back down. Left foot steps back behind us, dropping the knee down, releasing the toe, squaring the hips. Walking that foot forward, and when you're ready, slowly come up to rise. You can even place one hand onto the other, and then pulling back so you've got this nice, strong lower body. And then we'll just lift those arms up towards the sky. Finding that point of focus, and tuning back into that breath. And let's take one last breath here. And exhale, go ahead and drop those hands down, frame that foot, tuck that toe, lift that knee, stepping back into your plank. 5 double breaths here. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Keeping the knees straight this time, go ahead and lower yourself down towards the mat. Bending the elbows, keeping the body nice and straight as you lower all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the core, release the toes, and curl the upper body up. Open the heart here. Big smile on your face, opening up that chest, squeezing the core. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lowering all the way back down towards the mat. Releasing the toes, we'll push back up into a downward facing dog. And then here, we're just gonna do some bunny hops. This is just to get that heart rate going. We're just gonna lift those legs up. So it's just little jumps here, right? So really seeing if you can push up into those hands, right? Some of you may even jump right into a handstand. Just keep going. We'll do maybe 3 more. And then slowly dropping to the knees down, release the toes, and go ahead and walk the hands. So you're coming to sit on those knees. We're going to come into our bellows breath. So that's nice and even breath through the nose. So inhale, exhale, and see if you can make those breaths nice and even. Helping to regulate that heart rate. And cool the body down. See if you can pump the belly as well. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw belly button to spine. 1 more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. And then just take a moment of pause, of stillness, just noticing the effects of the pranayama and asana. This is crucial for the Vata dosha, enjoying these moments of calm and stillness in between. And we'll slowly come back onto all fours. Let's give ourselves a cat-cow. So arching the back up towards the ceiling and then dropping the belly down towards the mat. And just doing that a couple times, really feeling out that spine, stretching it one way and then the other. 2 more just like that. Inhale, arching. Exhale, lowering. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, pushing back into that inverted V shape. Shake out the head, shake out the hips. Gazing at those hands, you can jump, hop, or step, feet towards the hands. Bending the knees, inhale, halfway lift. Give your spine a little prep. Exhale, fold. Pressing into the feet all the way up. Big sweep of the arms, full breath in. And then exhale, bringing those hands down to the heart center. Releasing those hands by your side. Inhale, arms come up towards the sky. And we'll just tip over towards the right side. So interlace those fingers and just let that spine tip. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, go over to the other side. Full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Keep going. So just allowing that spine to tick-tock itself a little bit further each time we come in to this half moon stretch. 3 more. Nice and even through those feet. Last one. Beautiful. And then big inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, let's take a back bend. So lift that heart, arch that back, lift that spine up towards the ceiling with that heart. And then exhale, go ahead and fold it all the way down, right? Letting that spine move in all the directions. Inhale, step that right foot back behind us, lower the knee down. Inhale, lift that left arm up towards the sky here. Getting a nice twisted lunge. You can place that hand on that back. You could maybe even press that hand into that knee. But just taking a few moments here, really squeezing that core. Tune back into that breath. And one last breath in. And exhale, drop that hand all the way down. Crescent lunge, press into that left arm. Lift those arms up. Inhale, extend through the fingertips. If this feels good, you can even give yourself a little bit of a back bend here. 2 breaths, really nice, slow and steady. Staying present in the bottoms of the feet. Notice where that mind goes. And one last breath in. Exhale, drop those hands down, frame the foot. Go ahead and tuck that right toe and lift that knee. We're going to step that foot just forward slightly, coming into a pyramid pose. So you may need to lift up slightly, and then exhale, go ahead and fold. Keep that left leg that's straight bent just a little bit to begin with here. So this is an intense leg stretch. Imagine those heels being pulled back to the back of the room, lengthening through the spine, and then exhale, curling that nose to touch that knee. A few breaths here, just exploring how this feels. All right, we're going to be working on bending and straightening the leg, getting a little bit more length. One last full breath here in. And exhale, go ahead and wiggle that right foot down. Drop the knee down, release the toe. And then we're going to extend that left leg nice and long, folding over, turning the head towards the knee. The toes can come up towards the ceiling. We're really feeling that stretch from the heel all the way towards the glute. One more full breath here in. And exhale, go ahead and walk all the way back. Tuck that right toe, step back, plank. 5 double breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful, dropping the knees, releasing the toes, and then lowering the body all the way down towards the mat. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the core. Roll the shoulders back, lift up. And then exhale, dropping that head all the way down towards the mat. Tucking the toes, let's push ourselves back into that inverted V shape. Beautiful, let's do some bunny hops. So bend the knees and lift, right? Really heating up the body here. Last one. And dropping down to the knees, releasing the toes. Let's go ahead and walk those hands towards the feet. We'll do our bellows breath, nice and even breath through the nose, pumping the belly. Inhale. Nice and even, placing those hands onto the knees and just taking a moment of stillness. Gently blinking open the eyes, walking the hands forward, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing. Walking the feet towards the hands, hands come towards the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, press into the feet all the way up, reaching. And then hands to heart center. Grounding through the feet, inhale, arms come up. Inhale, over to the left side. Come up. Over to the opposite side. Keep that going. Using that breath to help that movement, squeezing the core. Using that navel to help with the movement. And then last one. And we'll come back up to center. Go ahead and take your back bend. So tuck the tailbone, squeeze the core. Inhale, lift through the fingertips. And then exhale, back bend. If this is too much for you with those hands, you're more than welcome to place those hands on the lower back, just making sure that you get this nice open heart space. Really enjoy that breath here in that heart space. One more breath in. And then we'll just fold it over. So just nice and slowly letting the body fold forward. Give yourself a little dangle. Nice and wide. You maybe even slip those hands underneath the feet if that feels nice. And then just pull yourself down a little bit further. Maybe bend those elbows. Keep a generous bend in those knees. And then we'll take those hands down. Let's go ahead and step that left foot back behind us. Lower the knee down. Maybe walking that foot forward so the heel is right underneath that knee. Release that back toe. Left hand plants and right arm lifts up towards the sky for a beautiful twist. And you can stay here if this feels good. Just squeezing that core, making sure you get that nice core twist and detox. If you want to, you can place that hand on that back or maybe press into that knee so that that leg opens. But just taking 3 more breaths, just really feeling this pose, maximizing the benefits. And last breath. And then we'll go ahead and frame that foot, tuck that left toe, lift up that knee, step it forward, coming into that pyramid pose. So inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold it forward, pulling the hips back, head coming down towards the knee. You should feel this from the bottom of the heel all the way up towards the glute. If you need to have blocks to bring the ground towards you, it's also an option as well. Bending the knee and straightening it, really just allowing for the body to understand what stretch we're trying to receive. Big inhales, big exhales. One more breath. Exhale. And beautiful. Bend that front knee. We'll wiggle back that left toe, drop the knee, and then go ahead and straighten that right leg. So really work on lengthening from the heel all the way to the glute. Lengthen, and then exhale, fold heel down towards the knee. One last full breath. And then exhale, go ahead and walk yourself forward. Tuck that left toe, step back into plank. 5 double breaths. Going through your vinyasa or meeting me in your downward facing. Let's do our bunny hops. Bending the knees, just lifting the hips up, right? Controlling that core. Beautiful. Drop the knees down, release the toes. Walk the hands towards the knees. Let's do our bellows breath, nice and even, through the nose, out through the nose, pumping that belly. And just release those hands down. Let's just return to a moment of stillness in between. And gently, if the eyes are closed, blinking them open, walking the hands forward. Go ahead and bring the head in one direction and hips move in the other. So you're creating this hourglass with the spine, just allowing it to move in all directions here. Allow that head and neck to join in as well. Switching directions, head moves in the other, and then the hips move in the opposite way. And then tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing. Go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky, bend the knee, give it a few circles here. Ooh, just really getting into that hip, moving in opposite direction. And then go ahead and step that foot forward between the hands. Left is going to come to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Inhale all the way up. Just reach those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweeping the arms up above the head, we're going to come into our chair pose, Utkatasana, bending the knees, reaching the arms forward, draw the belly button towards the spine, squeeze the glute. Let's do 5 double breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And folding all the way forward. Stepping that right foot back behind you, this time keeping that knee off of the mat, sweeping the arms up, crescent lunge. Inhaling here. And then exhaling, left hand comes behind you, getting a nice twist here, but in a nice crescent lunge. So really focus on balance here, maybe even looking behind you at that left fingertip. And one more breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands all the way down, frame the foot. Go ahead and walk the feet towards the center of the mat. Feet pivot to the outsides of the mat. Bend the knees, inhale, get a nice length of the spine. And then just allow yourself to fold forward, letting that head completely release and relax here. And a nice wide leg forward fold. Tune back into that breath. And slowly we'll walk the hands to the front of the mat. Step back into plank. 5 double breaths. Last one. Beautiful. Chaturanga. Go through your vinyasa. Sweep open the heart. Exhale, fold it back, downward facing. Take a few moments, shake out the head, shake out the hips. Lifting that left leg up towards the sky, bending the knees, just doing a few circles with that knee, really just opening up the hips here. Hold on to that core. Switching direction. And then just stepping that left foot between the hands. Right foot comes to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Big full breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Sit back into that chair pose. This time, keep the feet together. So big toes touch, knees together, hips together. Imagine you're just got a nice zipper all the way up, right? Really pushing all the legs into each other. Arms come up. Draw the belly tight. 5 double breaths. Last one. And fold. Beautiful. Stepping that left foot back behind you, keeping that knee off of the mat. Sweep the arms up. And then take that twist on the other side. So the right hand comes back, left hand comes to the center. Squeezing the core, reaching in opposite directions. Find that focus. Maybe challenge yourself, see if you can look back towards those fingertips. And one last breath here. And exhale, we'll windmill the hands all the way down, frame the foot. Step back into plank, 5 double breaths. Beautiful. And we'll drop the knees down. Go ahead and release the hips down, coming into a child's pose. We'll walk the hands towards the heels. Let's take our bellows breath, nice and even through the nose, out through the nose, pumping that belly. See if you can get those inhales and exhales to be the same. This is really good for the Pitta dosha. And one last breath in. And we'll just go ahead and take a moment of stillness. And then we'll go ahead and swing those legs around in front of us. Nice and long. Creating a nice L shape with the body. Arms can come up. Give yourself a big breath. And then exhale, hinging at the hips. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, lowering all the way down towards the knees, towards the mat. Getting a nice stretch in that lower back and the backs of the legs. See if you can return to a slower breath. Beginning to cool down the body. Slowly we'll walk the hands back up, coming back into that L shape. Go ahead and grab hold with that right ankle, draw it into that left thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, hinging over those hips, reaching towards the toe. Head comes down towards the knee for Jana Shirshasana, head to knee pose. And you can rock side to side, wiggle yourself a little bit deeper. But ultimately finding a pose here in a place where we can just relax and breathe. Take one last full breath. Give yourself an open mouth exhale. And walking the hands up that leg. Go ahead and pick up that knee. We'll take a twist here. So you may need to kind of slide that foot just slightly so it may be in line with that knee. And we're going to twist. So you're going to bring that left elbow, place it on that right, and just rotate your body around. So you can use that left arm to help you twist. Inhale, lengthen through the top of the head, and then exhale, twist and rotate a little bit more. You can really squeeze the core here. Imagine you're wringing yourself out. All right, the inhales grow you tall, and the exhales twist you. And one last breath, inhale. And then we'll exhale, unwind ourselves, lengthening that right leg, grabbing hold of that left ankle, bringing it into that right thigh, walking the hips out. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale, hinge over those hips. Head comes down towards the knee. Rock and roll yourself from side to side. Do whatever you need to really fully relax here. We'll be here for a few moments. Just enjoy. And slowly we'll walk those hands up, bend, or bring that left leg up, and we'll step it over, lengthen through the inhale, and then rotate towards that left side, using that right elbow to help twist your body around. See if you can relax that left shoulder as much as possible. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And let's take one last breath here. And exhale, slowly unwind yourself. Unstep that leg. Go ahead and move yourself forward so that if you lay back, you've got some rest of the mat here. We'll move into a Navasana, a boat pose. So this is just to help strengthen that core. So the arms can come out nice and long in front of us. Legs can be straight. They can be bent. They can even tap the floor. Just as long as you've got that nice strong core, nice straight spine. Beautiful. Let's do 3 breaths here. Just even ujjayi breaths in through the nose. And exhale through the throat with the mouth closed, just like you're fogging up a mirror. And one more just like that. And then we'll just gently roll ourselves back onto the mat. Let's go ahead and rock and roll ourselves. You can move those knees in nice little circles, massaging that back. And we're going to come into our shoulder stand. So this is a great pose to help pacify that Pitta dosha because it is a cooling pose. So moving through this nice and slowly, making sure to keep our neck nice and still. Go ahead and extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Okay, so this is just option 1. If you want to stay here, this will cool down the body as well. You can even do this on a wall. If you want to move on with me, we'll come into the next step. So you're going to kind of lift the hips up slightly and then use those hands to walk up that back towards just the back of that rib cage here. Squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes, and lift those feet up towards the sky. And just staying here for a few moments, tuning into the breath, just enjoying how close the heart is towards the head. And in a few moments, you'll start to feel the feet and the body begin to cool down. This is a great pose right before you go to bed. It is an inversion, so you are switching the blood flow. You can play with any variations that you want here. And then we'll just take one last full breath here. And then just bring those toes to come down so that they're coming to the direction of the mat. And as you do so, you can release those hands down towards the mat. So this is a plow pose. So if you want to come into the full variation, the toes will come down towards the mat. You can bend the knees and hug the ears. Just take a moment here. And we're going to come out of this nice and slowly. So you're going to use those arms almost as brake pads, squeezing the core nice and controlled. You can go ahead and slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, trying to keep those legs as straight as possible, nice and controlled. And then when that tailbone hits, go ahead and gently lower those legs all the way down. Coming into our counter pose, just to bend that spine the opposite direction. We're going to come up onto our forearms and then bend the head back so that the top of the head comes onto the mat. So you may need to walk your glutes a little bit forward and really bend that head so that the top flat part of that head is connected to the mat. This is going to really open up that throat chakra. So take some big noisy breaths here. And let's take one last breath. And then pushing up, go ahead and lower all the way down towards the mat, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Rock and roll yourselves. Give yourself a few moments. Opening the arms up to a T shape, bringing the knees over to the right side, twisting the gaze over to the left. See if we can begin to soften the fingertips. Soften the face, releasing any tension that may be in the brow. Relaxing the jaw. Deepening the breath. And squeezing the cord. Go ahead and gently just float those knees up and over towards the left side, twisting the gaze over towards the right. Just allowing a nice deep twist on this opposite side. Allowing the body to feel heavy, grounded, and really low and connected towards the earth. This is very good for that Vata dosha. Just feeling supported by the earth. And then last full breath here, just dump it all out. Big full inhale. Let it all go. And we'll bring the knees back into the chest. We'll come into our final rest here. So anything you need to do to end your practice, allow yourself to become just a little bit more comfortable. We'll walk through a tense and release here, tensing that right foot off the mat, squeezing the toe, the ankle, the calf. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Squeezing the left leg off of the mat, squeezing the toe, the ankle, the calf. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Squeezing the glutes, tight, 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 tight. Hovering them just above the mat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Squeezing the navel and the belly. Drawing the belly button towards the spine. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Squeezing the hands into fists. Squeezing them tight, tight, tight. Hovering the arms just above the mat. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Squeezing the shoulders up towards the ears. Take a deep breath there, inhale. And exhale, let the shoulders completely release. Squeezing the face towards the nose. Take a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Allow the face to completely soften. Just allow yourself to move into a state of peace and relaxation. back to the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And reaching the arms up above the head. Give yourself a big full breath in. Big exhale out. And we'll just bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big full hug. And then just rocking onto that right side, pressing into those hands and gently lifting yourself back up into a seated pose. And then we'll just close class by chanting 3 ohms together to join us in vibration. Go ahead and take a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, pause at the top. Take another sip in, and then let it all go. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace Peace. I hope you enjoyed this Tridoshic flow. I would love to see you on your mat. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.